So hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Sofa and today I will introduce you to wartime Soviet Guards badges. Now the decision to make this video was actually very easy for me because I didn't find any related guards badges video on YouTube, so I thought myself, okay, let's give it a try. This will help my fellow collectors and newbies who just started to collect Soviet Militaria and Valoristica, or awards and medals. And in this video I will give you an overview of the types, history, and the varieties of those kind of badges. Now, as far as I know, there are no English books out there about guards badges. I tried to look up for them, couldn't find any. I just know several books in Russian, which are actually very interesting because they give a very deep knowledge about the types, history, etc. That's basically what I'm actually now doing for you guys. Now, by means of guards badges, I was told in the past that there are kind of like 60 different types. I didn't see them all, honestly, and I still have several badges which I would like to purchase in the future, and still looking on the market. It's kind of hard to get them too. Now, if you can see here, these badges, they're kind of like a little bit messed up. You can see there's some enamel missing. Number one badge, which I would like to show you all, I think this is my my best piece actually. This is a guards badge which I actually dug out not far away from the Seelower Höhen, Seelower Heights, in or close to Berlin, and it's a pretty interesting piece because this person or officer soldier who was wearing it first either died, but I was lucky enough not to find any remains of him, or he just simply lost this badge near this battle. So I'm actually very proud of it. I tried not to clean it completely to keep the patina on him, and next to this badge I just found a lot of like shrapnels and stuff like that. So thank God I didn't find any remains. And if I would find remains, of course I would report them to the authorities. The enamel is completely like, we'll say it like this, destroyed. It's just cracked. It has, it's kind of like a very interesting piece here. This is badge number one for me. And I would like to go with you through the types of badges and the markings on the backside. This is also actually very important. Now, just to give you a reminder that you can find those kind of badges almost, you've probably seen them on flea markets or yard sales, or even like antique shows, or even internet shops. Now, as you can see, and you will come across that a lot of those badges don't have the screw. The screw has mainly the name of the plant or factory. In this case we have here, as far as I remember, this is, yeah, I can see that's Victory, or called Pobeda. It's a plant which produced them, and it's a pretty yeah, worn piece. You can see in here still the enamel is actually cracked and so on. And remember, those badges, if they could talk or speak, they would tell a very interesting story because they have seen a lot of battle. Now, here's another piece which I would like to share. This one has a very interesting too screw in the backside that says like Plant Pobeda or Plant Victory in Moscow. Also a very interesting thing. It's actually loose, very loose, but still in nice condition here. The next one is actually, this is a very interesting piece. It's actually also, like you can see, the enamel is kind of in good condition. The star is also not destroyed. On the back side we have here, this is, if I'm correctly reading, this is SheMZ. SHMZ means on the top it's stamping mechanical plant, and below you can see the letters, Russian letters, of course, NKPS. And NKPS basically means People's Commissariat of Railways. So they had several plants which produced them, and the varieties are also quite different. So go next to the next one. Here's an interesting piece. This one is already considered to more rarer ones, because this was made by Artel. Not very often that you see this kind of screws, and those kind of badges are very hard to come by. Here we have also a very beautiful piece. You can see, mostly if you find one in mint condition, I would be very careful, because as far as I know, it's actually very easy to restore enamel, and I've seen once a piece which was absolutely mint, and it was completely restored, but was sold as mint condition. And there's some well, if the person who is doing the restoring of the enamel does the correct way, you won't be able to find the difference of restored or original. But these ones, you can see they have cracks, and I prefer those more in my collection. Here you can see with a piece of paper in between. It was actually to put it when the soldier officer had it on the uniform, to have a piece of cotton there and just screwing it into the uniform. Let's go to the next one. This one is also interesting. This one probably made by the soldier himself, and you see it's already a little bit lighter comparable to the other ones. It's also a very nice piece here. And a pretty this guard's badge was also given to me by a friend of mine, so I'm actually also very proud of it, because it's pretty interesting on the backside. So it has actually the needle, pin, say it like that, and it was actually attached there. I've seen in one reference book this kind of a piece, so it's pretty cool to have it. What are the three types? As I mentioned, wartime, transitional pieces, and the pieces which were made after the 50s. Now, as far as you can see, there's the fringe. So the flag has this lining part here. The transitional pieces and post-war, so say like 1950s upwards, they have a little fringe underneath this line. If you see it underneath the red banner, there's a little line. Now I would like to show you a transitional piece, which is kind of say it like this is quite rare to get one of them, but I got one. And if you take a look, this is what I mean with the fringe. See, here's the fringe, and here's the one without. This one is actually a transitional piece. Later pieces look a little bit different, but I will make a review later on them. I'm more into the wartime and transitional pieces. You can see the screw was also, the pin was replaced by the owner, used a thicker one. So this is how it looks like. So I hope you will remember that. Fringe is saying everything about it. So if you have one with fringe, you can be sure that this one is post-war or transitional. Let's put it there back. And the other badges here, quite interesting too. You will find a lot of pieces with much thinner pins. Usually they're way thicker. And this one is also very interesting because it's very uncommon. I didn't see those kind of pieces. Let me get another one. Because if you see here, you can see the stamping underneath is USSR. Here is the stamping. It's not missing, it's just like a solid piece. See, here you can see it's there, it's printed in, but on the back side we're almost not able to see it, comparable to those pieces here. Also very interesting guard's badge, which I owe. And you can see here, it's saying here Gvardia in Russian, guard, and here is partly missing. See, and even if we compare the pins, That's a very thin one. So, okay, let's go to the next ones. I would like to show you as much as possible of them so you kind of have an understanding and see, maybe you have luck and find some of the market for very low money. About the money or about the cost, they shouldn't be too expensive. Like regular guards badges, like after war pieces or post war, they run between 10 and 30. I've seen already people selling them for 30, but I don't see sense to buy them if they're too expensive. Well, only if you're into the guards badges from the wartime, you know. So here's the same, different variety. See, they're thicker, wider. You can see the enamel is actually gone on that star. And there's one piece I would like to show you with a self-made screw. It's pretty cool. And there should be another piece here, which I have. Yeah, here we go. With this kind of little screw, also done by the owner. What else we have here? This one is actually also a nice one. And I would say this is more a Talon version, because there were several types, and they call it the classical Talon version. So, a nice one. So, the early ones had rounder shapes. The size varied according to the manufacturers. We have ones with 44 times 33 millimeters, 45 times 35 millimeters, 46 times 35 millimeters, 46 times 36 millimeters, 47 times 35 millimeters, 47 times 38 millimeters, and the last one is 48 times 36 millimeters. And here we can see 5 projects for guards badges. So here we have several stampings which you will see on the screw on guards badges. So we have CMZ, which is translated to stamping mechanical plant. The second one is the GDT-MP. It's railway technical and mechanical production. ZD, it's actually stamping enamel plant. G, stamping enamel granular plant. MTH, Moscow Association of Artists. The NKPS, People's Commissariat of Railways, and Artel. The title of the Guards bestowed to a unit dated back to the Revolution and honored the troops that had distinguished themselves during the Civil War. On September 18, 1941, Stalin proclaimed that the honorary title of Guards would be given to units that had shown great valor in combat. The first of these were the 100th, the 127th, 153rd, and the 161st Infantry Divisions, which became respectively the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th Guards Divisions on September 18, 1941. On May 21, 1942, Order 167 introduced the Guards Badge, which could be awarded on an individual basis for an entire unit. A soldier could be a member of a Guards unit, but without being a holder of the badge. The award criteria were similar to those of the Excellent Soldiers badges. The soldiers needed to show political zeal and good comradeship throughout his training for deeds that would not warrant a medal. The Guards Badge was accompanied by its certificate, and its award was not noted down in the service book. This award was accompanied by material perks. Indeed, Guards units were better equipped when it came to weapons and uniforms. Pay was also higher, as well as the supplies, with these units receiving improved rations. On the other hand, the Guards units were always at the forefront and assigned in the most dangerous missions. In all, 117 infantry, 12 tank, 9 parachute, 17 cavalry, 6 artillery, 6 anti-aircraft, and 7 rocket launcher divisions bore the Guards honor title formations, could also receive the honorary title linked to a battle or the collective award of a medal. On such an example is the 20th Guards Division, which illustrated itself during the liberation of Kryvyi Rog in Ukraine, and which during those course of war was awarded the Order of the Red Banner and the Order of Suvorov second class. In exact name, those became 20th Krivorovskaya Guards Division. The division's stamp mentioned these honorary titles, and its flag saw the additions of ribbons corresponding to those orders. Many of the Guards units were actually stationed then later on in East Germany as a part of the Soviet groups in Germany. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like it, and stay tuned for the next ones. So I wish you all a great day and have a beautiful Sunday. Bye.